And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheap Ludes. Let's look past all the drama and shenanigans of the past few days and just kind of look at the content overall in NBA 2K23 My Team, right? Specifically, I want to talk about the two new moments cards that we got today. Now, the question is twofold. Are they worth grabbing? And is it a bad thing that they only appear in the token market? So, let's go first and foremost. Let's cover, are they worth picking up? 60 tokens for diamonds, that's a little harsh. I think it's pretty normal compared to, like, if you played 2K for a while, like, you remember the token market from back in the day, then it's not out of the question. I mean, that's what diamond cards were going for at that point in time. Wait, were they 30 tokens? I think they were 60. They were 60, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. What I know they have done is taken the PDs and Opals made them significantly less. So, I guess, first and foremost, are these cards worth picking up? So we got two of them. We got Walker Kessler, and we got, oh wait, not Andrew Nepard, Tari Eason. So, let's start with Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler is incredibly slow. Even at a 67 speed, he moves just at a crawl for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. Like, he should be faster for 67 speed, but he's got that whole, like, Bryant Big Country Reeves thing going on, where no matter how high his speed is, he always just looks like he's lumbering around. What I will say about Walker Kessler is he is usable for rebounding-based challenges. So, I'm not going to say one way or the other if you should go pick him up today or not. But I will say if you need to, do something in relation to, like, rebounding or blocks, he's probably worth picking up for that alone. I mean, he has a 99 block with a very high block tendency, 99 shot contest, 99 block shot. So if you need to block shots for any reason, like, Walker Kessler is going to be there. He's going to get it done. Now, is he necessarily great at anything else? No. But he is a very specific kind of player. I mean, he's just not going to let anything go in the interior. Like, he's not going to guard anyone with any type of speed, but if you need interior presence, Walker Kessler is okay. So, if they make us do blocks for anything in particular, I think there's a couple of the new Spotlight sims that require you to block shots. Walker Kessler is pretty good for that. So, for that, I think that's probably worth 60 tokens. Now let's go Tari Eason. Tari Eason is decent. I would compare him to Harrison Barnes, like Diamond Harrison Barnes, but, like, worse. He's like a worse version of that. His jump shot is really nice, by the way. If you used his New Year's resolution card, you know that already. Michael Jordan dribble style, so he can kind of move too, but he doesn't have the ball handle. This is where I say he's a worse Harrison Barnes, because he's got a slower jump shot. It's not that much slower, though. It's really not. But it is definitely slower, and he doesn't have the ball handle skills. But everything that, Harrison Barnes would give you, Tari Eason is also going to give you that as well. I'm not sure, by the way, if I'm saying his name correctly. I don't know. I think it's Tari. It might be Terry. I don't know. He has really, really good defensive sigs, though. This card is perfect for the Spotlight Sim challenges. Like, if you're trying to get some of those Spotlight Sim challenges done, I mean, you're looking good. He's got Hoff Glove as a combo forward, interceptor, pogo, box out, and rebound chaser. He's going to be able to play the interior really well. And he's got the shooting ability to shoot from pretty much anywhere. He's really, really solid. He doesn't have limitless range or anything, but when you're in triple threat, it doesn't really matter a whole lot anyway. He's really good. I cannot recommend getting him enough, truly. Like, I'm actually going to be using him straight away. Like, I said in the video yesterday, some of the guys that I recommended people go get for sure, were like Jonathan Isaac, Thurl Bailey. Like, these are guys that I recommended people pick up because they fit the mold for pretty much every single one of the challenges and can help you out because the combo forwards, man, they're the way to go. And I would say Tari Eason kind of fits right in that mold as well. Tari Eason's good. Plus, bonus, the Rockets are an notoriously hard team to fill out rosters for, so if you're ever trying to use 3 Rockets players and you don't have a Kajillion MT, you're probably going to be struggling. So, for that reason, he's really, really good. I actually like this card a lot. I think this card is somebody that I'm probably going to use. Like my typical, diamond or lower challenge squad is typically, you know, Seti Osman and then Thurl Bailey, and then the other person is kind of like very dependent on what I need. That's usually who I run with, or it's Wang, Kristaps, Seti Osman, or Wang, Kristaps, Thurl. Either way, it's kind of a constant in there. So for that reason, Tari Eason's really good. In addition to that, we also got some other stuff as well. We got some other offline grind challenges. They've been giving us a lot of offline grinds this year, or this season, I should say. I mean, whether you care about that or not, it's here. We got the Moments of the Week 13 yesterday, which, I'll be honest, this is probably going to be the Moments of the Week that the least amount of people do. Now, that being said, if you're just starting out due to, I don't know, maybe a ban or something of that nature, this Terrence Ross challenge is very necessary, I would say, just because it gives you a very, very solid diamond that you can use in some of these challenges. Like, Terrence Ross is good. Like, is he the greatest? No. Is he very, very solid? Yes. The 66 three-pointer on his current series card that you can get for, like, 2 tokens can get you this diamond, and it's a holo too, so it's like whatever. I'll probably end up doing, if I'm not going to do any of the rest of these, I'll do this one just to get the holo T Ross, just because. Other than that, I mean, this isn't the hardest challenge in the world. It's worth doing, especially if you're just starting out, because you get access to like a pretty solid guard right off the bat, right? I would also recommend doing this one too, because you can get Ruby Kawhi for, what, I think it's like 20 or 30 tokens or something, and then you can get a free Destroyer pack, which probably isn't going to get you anything, but whatever, get that collector level up. Maybe you get some jerseys and stuff to sell. It's usually a good thing to do. Also got the Out of Orbit challenge too, which you need to do if you're going for Ray Allen. You get 2,000 MT for doing it, whatever. I mean, you can just win the game and record a triple double, like whatever. Use a big man. Triple doubles are always easier to do with big men, in my opinion. You may think differently of that. I always prefer to do it with like a Wang or a big man that can dribble a little bit. That way I can get some passing action going on. That's what I like to do. I still haven't done a lot of the out of orbit stuff. I want to get Ray Allen, but there's just so much going on right now that it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, there's so much. I haven't even got Robert Covington yet. I mean, I will, because Robert Covington is fire, but I haven't gotten him yet. I still have to apply like 3 more. I haven't even applied the badges yet. Like, that should tell you everything you need to know. So that should be fun. I haven't even done the Kevin Martin locker challenge yet. I mean, I've put the locker code in for sure, but alas, we're here. A little market tip, by the way, and I'm sure most people know this already, but if you have Kristaps, a lot of people like him for these challenges. I personally don't really even use him. I used him in the Mitchell Robinson challenge, which, by the way, was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. The key to the Mitchell Robinson challenge is just let him score. He has a high 3-point tendency for some reason, so if you just leave him open at the 3-point line and paints it with like a big man, he'll chuck it if he's wide open pretty much every time. So, and by the way, he's got a 52 3-pointer. Don't let the CPU fool you, because they will splash it for no reason, like 70%. At one point, when I was playing that challenge, Mitchell Robinson was shooting 70% from 3. I wish I was making that up. I really do. I really wish I was making that up. But this man, Mitchell Robinson, with his 52 3-pointer, was shooting 70% from 3, which is wild. I mean, it might have been a little, it's like, I don't know. He was shooting like 4 for 6. I don't know if that's 70%. It's close to 70%, but basically he was shooting like 4 for 6, right? Wild, absolutely wild. But then I played the Kirk Heinrich challenge, and dude was breaking with a high 3-point. It just doesn't make any sense. This game makes no sense, man. It's just confusing. Anyways, so here's the thing. We're getting 5 more of these cards on Friday, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. We still got 7 days to do these ones, so these ones aren't going away. Even the like out of orbit event cards, like these cards are not going away. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the remaining cards. Now, I would assume that it's going to be something similar to like Robert Covington. I think they're just, instead of dropping 5 cards tomorrow, maybe they'll drop another Friday takeover style card like a JaVale or Robert Covington, and then maybe a locker code tomorrow, and kind of go from there, because there needs to be 5 more cards before Thursday when the actual lock-in occurs. Now, I think Ray Allen's going to be one of the rarest cards in the game, period. And the reason I say that, A, the ban wave came and took out like a big portion of the player base, or at least a big portion of the active player base that would do these kind of challenges. And B, they dropped the Galactic Conqueror Spotlight Sim. So if you're one of those people that likes to kind of tout rare cards over other people, like Ray Allen is going to be the one. That's the flex. Because if you got Ray Allen and you got KG, that's super flex, I guess. If you want to flex 2K credentials, like, that's on you. You can do that. Also, shout out to everybody who watched my MT ban video and appreciated the parallels between the My Team bans and the 1980s war on drugs. I enjoyed that myself, so I'm glad to see people don't think I'm a complete idiot, so that's what's up. I like that. We are getting some new content tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. That should be dropping later today, probably like an hour or so. I still think it's going to be Giannis or Bol Bol or something, or like Will Chamberlain. It's going to be somebody big to just kind of spite everyone who is banned for MT, so just expect that to occur. Now, like I said, I think we do get some sort of event this weekend too. They could take the weekend off, being that they drop these Galactic Conqueror Spotlight Sims, but they've actually been dropping pretty consistent offline content since then. Like, we've gotten a new offline challenge every day since then. So I actually expect them to probably drop some type of event to encourage online play this weekend. That's just me, since they put out this mostly offline grind. Obviously, there's some offline grind or online grinds with like the out of orbit stuff, but for the most part, what they've been doing is offline over the past week and a half. So I would expect them to encourage online play in some capacity, whether that be like double vaults and unlimited or something of that nature. Especially because like Robert Covington and whatever the Friday card is going to be are going to be in there. I would assume that they're going to do some type of event. I still think at some point in the near future they do some type of event where they give out old players too. Like, you know, you go play Triple Threat, you got a chance to get like, I think they did Durant last time, so you got a chance to go get like Magic Johnson or something of that nature, just because I think they're going to roll out updated versions of a lot of these guys. The best way to go about it would be to do Kobe, personally. New people would love to play with Kobe, so it'd be a good thing to put those like events out there. That way people could go grab on Kobe and stuff like that. But I would assume like Kobe, PD T-Mac, like these are the cards we're going to see in events. Possibly Shaq. I think they did Shaq last time, but possibly Shaq again, or like Michael Jordan. Like, these are the cards we're going to see in events. I do want to touch on one thing, because in my video yesterday talking about the MT bans, I didn't get a chance because I rambled for 25 minutes to talk about one thing that people say constantly, that banning that large portion of MT buying community is going to hurt the market and cause the game and the market to collapse. Now let me touch on that for just 1 second. I know this is a weird thing to talk about in the middle of a video. It's about something completely different, but I did want to mention this, okay? People who say that are both correct and incorrect at the same time. Yes, temporarily, the market is going to collapse and cards are going to be a lot more rare than they would normally be. The reason for that is because the people who buy MT typically buy up all of the high tier cards. So high tier cards are going to be more in demand. But you're seeing like lower tier cards pretty prevalently out there at the same price that they were before. So nothing's really changed there. So that should be kind of a good indication to you that the market's not going to collapse because people who buy MT were banned. It's only going to collapse temporarily for high tier cards, because those are the only people with high tier cards. So all of those high tier cards that have been pulled are sitting in collections on accounts that have been banned. Guys like Bob Nedelicki, obviously the biggest example of these would be like Tatum, and obviously Yao Ming. So these are temporary. Like, for Yao Ming specifically, is Yao Ming going to be extinct forever? No, because they're going to drop super packs with Yao Ming on it probably on Tuesday, I would assume. I've said it for a while. I think we're going to get a big man super pack on Tuesday. And I said that pre-ban, because we've gotten like every other theme, so I'm assuming we're going to get a dominant inside, like, you know, center pack with Evos to a few different like big men from like season 1, right? That's what I think. Now, is that going to mean that we're finally going to get what we've all been asking for? the Evo to Greg Ostertag or an Evo to Kurt Rambis? It's very possible because they've been doing Evos on base set cards the last week, which I love, by the way. Vinny got the Evo. You know, in addition to him, Bryant Big Country Reeves got the Evo, which is dope, and Ricky Rubio got an Evo. So, I'm just saying, holding out hope that the homie Greg Ostertag finally gets his due in my team, and I swear to God, if they don't give him a 73, because I will use him online, if he has a 70 or above 3 ball, I promise he will be my starting center for the foreseeable future. And if they do the same thing to Kurt Rambis, he'll be starting power forward for the foreseeable future. I don't care if I have Garnett or not. Okay. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the market. So yes, temporarily, the market is going to look like it's collapsing and it's going to die because there's no high tier cards, because all the high tier cards are in collections for people that have been banned, right? Already off the rip, I need to specify, because Yao is usually the prime example of what people are saying. 2 reasons why there's no Yaos on the marketplace besides the fact that they're locked in collections for teams that are banned. A, this card is so expensive that no one has it outside of people who can buy MT. Like, you cannot, for the most part, for your average person, you're not going to have enough MT just on deck to buy this card legitimately, right? Number 2, anybody who has Yao sunk so much MT into this card, because if you have Yao now and you didn't pull him and put him up immediately, chances are you picked him up for a high price. Nobody's going to sell their Yao now that all the people who bought MT that control majority of the MT in circulation are banned. No one's going to put their Yao up at that point. That's foolish, right? Even though he's going for the same price. So there's clearly still people out there with the MT to actually pick him up. It's still kind of foolish to put him up when you know you're kind of capping yourself. So, and 3, there's going to be more super packs. So Yao will be more prevalent. Tomorrow, by the way, it's going to dictate a lot of what 2K does tomorrow. I'm interested to see if they're going to do any guaranteed players. Last time they did it was Paul George for like a high-tiered player. I wouldn't be shocked at all to see him do it again, honestly. I mean, they've been doing this like stupid thing they've been doing recently where they'll throw like the most random card that has nothing to do with the set up there, which is so dumb. I don't understand. Like, if they threw the Cosmic set out there and then for 50k VC, you could go buy, like, I don't know, dude, like a random card who doesn't care. He doesn't matter anymore. Like, T-Mac. Yeah, let's just say T-Mac. For 50k MT, you could go buy a PD T-Mac guaranteed. Like, people would actually do it, but instead they keep putting 15k diamonds up there that you can get for like 2000 MT. It's just foolish, realistically. So, as always, it's been your friend Sheepludes. If you made it this far, you know the general point of the video, but Tari Eason is very, very good. You should definitely go pick him up. He'll help you along the way to these spotlight challenges. I'm going to keep working on the spotlight challenges so I can do a comprehensive, like, here's how to beat all of these challenges individually video. So far, I'm kind of going a little bit slower than I would like, and I'm sure people are going to have some of those videos out before me, but it doesn't really matter. I'm here to tackle the hardest ones. So next up will be Olawakandi and Cedric Sabelos, because I heard those are absolute nightmares. OG and Anobi is one that I'll be doing right after this, and I'm not 100% looking forward to it. So have a good day, you guys. Peace.